Good morning children. Hope you have viewed part 1 of this lesson. Let's recap what we learned in the last class under the topic our skeletal system. We learned about the arrangement of the bones in the skull, in the backbone, the rib cage and the limbs. We learned the function of the skeletal system and what is inside a bone. Today we will learn about the joints and muscles. What is a joint? The place where two bones meet is called a joint. Two bones are joined together or held together by a substance or tissue called a ligament. The joints in the skull are interlocked, so they are called immovable joints. All the other joints in our body are movable. The bones at the joints move smoothly because of the fluid called synovial fluid, which acts like a lubricant. Joints are of different types and they show different kinds of movement. There are 4 types of movable joints in our body, namely the pivot joint, the hinge joint, the ball and socket joint and the gliding joint. The pivot joint. The pivot joint is found between the skull and the first 2 vertebrae of the backbone and help us to move our head upwards, downwards and sideways. The uppermost vertebrae in the neck is called the atlas. Hinge joint. A hinge joint is like the hinges in a door. This type of joint is found in the elbows, fingers, knees and toes and help us to move those parts in only one direction. For example, we can bend our lower leg backward and we can bend our elbows and touch our shoulder with our hand. Next we will see about the ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint looks like a ball resting in a socket. That is, one bone that ends in a ball fits into the socket of the other. This type of joint is found in the shoulder and hip region and allows movement of these parts in all directions. This joint helps in movements such as bending, stretching and rotating. Gliding joint. This type of joint is present in the ankles, wrist and also between any 2 vertebrae of the spine. This joint helps our back to bend, twist and turn at each joint. These gliding joints are padded by cartilage, which is a tough elastic tissue. Cartilage prevents the bones from rubbing against each other and wearing out. Cartilage is also found on the top part of the ear and tip of our nose. We will move on to the next topic, muscles. Bones and cartilages alone cannot bring about movement. Movement happens only when bones and cartilages work together with muscles. There are about 650 muscles in our body and each one causes a particular movement. The muscles are attached to the bones with the help of tough cords called tendons. The muscles in the body tighten and relax to produce movement. To move a bone, 2 muscles come into play. When we want to move our arm, one muscle has to contract and another muscle has to relax to allow movement of the arm. Muscles are of 2 types, voluntary and involuntary muscles. Muscles which are attached to the skeleton and under our control are called voluntary muscles. Example, muscles in our arms and legs. When seen through microscope, they have stripes on them and are also called striped muscles. Muscles which are not under our control are called involuntary muscles. Example, muscles of the digestive organs, muscles in the eyes. These muscles don't have stripes on them. The third kind of muscles are involuntary in function and voluntary by structure. Example, muscles in the heart. They are called the cardiac muscles. This picture shows the structure of the muscle cells when seen through the microscope. Children, hope you have enjoyed learning this lesson. Thank you.